Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived?
Kennedy Carter, who assaulted Caitlin Clark.
She is no longer in the league because she not only got let go by the Chicago Sky, she has been let go by the New York Liberty, and she's crying online about it.
It finally took place. Diamond DeShields, the player responsible for aggressively blindsiding Caitlin Clark in one of the season's most controversial moments, is now facing repercussions.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
She has been officially suspended by the WNBA. Not only that, she has been blacklisted.
Caitlin Clark gets hit from behind. How bad, egregious it was from Diamond DeShields, and Caitlin Clark jumps up and runs away from Diamond DeShields.
No team is permitted to sign her anymore. Her professional career is practically finished. The same athlete who once entered the court full of confidence and aggression is now breaking down on social media.
The league is getting rid of the Caitlin Clark haters. Teaching their current team better move on eggshells, bro. She's the only one left. She is no longer in the league, crying online about it.
Currently left with only her belongings, unemployed, and struggling to find a way back home. All because of one rash decision targeting the league's most valuable player.
Kennedy Carter assaults Caitlin Clark on the court. That's Kennedy Carter. That was Caitlin Clark. She'll run up behind her. She's going to call her a bitch right here, and she's going to viciously slam Caitlin Clark to the floor. What is going on in this league?
This is beyond a mere roster update. The WNBA is clearly warning. If you go after Caitlin, you will face serious consequences.
Caitlin Clark is not happy at all with this.
The real question is, why did it take so long to act? And who might be next? We're breaking down everything. The effects, public reactions, and how a promising athlete allowed bitterness to derail her career. If you support Caitlin Clark, comment Caitlin GOAT 100% below.
Caitlin Clark is the cash cow in this league. She is the needle mover.
Let's flood this video with backing for CC. This controversy wasn't sparked by rivalry or accident. It was pure frustration aimed directly at Caitlin Clark.
Man, oh man, when Caitlin Clark does something, everybody celebrates. When Caitlin Clark does something, there is no jealousy.
During a regular season game between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky, Diamond DeShields made a move that fans quickly called deliberate, dirty, and totally unacceptable.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky, and she got cheap-shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields.
With just minutes left and the Fever clearly ahead, DeShields charged at Caitlin Clark, lowering her shoulder and locking eyes, in a moment that shocked everyone watching.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
The hit was aggressive and intentional. There was no attempt to go for the ball. It was clear. Diamond's intention was not defense, but intimidation. What upset people more was what followed. After Clark fell, DeShields pretended it was accidental, offering a fake hand to help her up, as if she hadn't just targeted the league's top player. But no one was convinced, neither fans, experts, nor the replay. That night, social media exploded. Clips of the incident went viral, and fans and analysts didn't hesitate to call it what it truly was.
She assaulted Caitlin Clark on the court. Right before Caitlin Clark came off the court with 3:52 left.
It was a blatant, intentional act. Adrienne Ross, a respected name in women's basketball, criticized the fake sportsmanship, saying, "She's a good actress, but you don't just accidentally run someone over like that." Others pointed out that Caitlin Clark had been targeted before, but many agreed this was the most obvious case yet. Some even claimed it was worse than Kennedy Carter's infamous cheap shot earlier in the season.
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th WNBA 2025 season tip-off. She looks heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut.
Yet, surprisingly, there was no ejection, no flagrant foul, not even an immediate suspension. DeShields walked away from it, at least for a while. The league stayed quiet, referees ignored it, and once more Caitlin Clark had to shake off the incident and keep playing despite the hostility. But the fans didn't forget. The internet kept it alive. Every angle was examined, criticized, and shared repeatedly. The conversation started to shift. If the WNBA couldn't protect its biggest star, its ratings leader, its main attraction, then who was really in charge? This wasn't just a missed call. It was a turning point demanding justice. And, as you'll see next, that justice finally caught up to Diamond DeShields.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky and she got cheap shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields.
And it arrived in the harshest way. For a time, it seemed Diamond had dodged punishment. No technical fouls, no suspension, no fines. But behind the scenes, the clock was ticking. Her world was closing in fast. What happened next wasn't a minor penalty. It was career-ending. After the hit on Caitlin Clark, her role with Chicago Sky quickly disappeared. She was released quietly. No public farewell, no official announcement, just gone. Then came a surprising twist. The ID New York Liberty signed her. A second chance? Not quite. That ended even quicker. When the Connecticut Sun later signed her, some thought she might finally get another shot. But just one day before the 2025 season opener, she was waived. This time, it felt permanent. What followed was one of the season's most raw and emotional moments. Diamond took to social media, not angry, but quietly devastated.
WNBA commissioner playing in house with these Caitlin Clark haters.
She shared a video from her car, surrounded by her belongings. Emotionally drained, numb, heartbroken, defeated. She explained she had driven from Atlanta full of hope to join the Sun, only to be released just before opening night. Now, she couldn't even find a rental to move her things home. She said, "The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I've got way more than that." It was the voice of someone realizing their dream didn't end with a headline. It quietly slipped away. The league never officially announced a suspension, but the message was clear. No team is allowed to sign her. She's been unofficially, yet effectively, blacklisted.
As the lovely Lee Ross always says, women in sports do not want to see other women in sports succeed. It's just the way they're built.
What many call a silent lifetime ban has become one of the most public downfalls in recent WNBA history. And it's not just fans noticing. Even players and analysts are speaking out. One commentator said bluntly, "She's just the latest. They're cleaning house." And if you look closely, it's clear. One by one, the Caitlin Clark detractors are being pushed out.
Somebody said that the Diamond DeShields flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark was more dangerous than the Kennedy Carter one.
First, Kennedy Carter. now Diamond DeShields. This isn't a coincidence, it's a clear pattern. DeShields' dramatic fall sends the strongest message yet. Once viewed as a rising star, she's now known across the country for all the wrong reasons. Not for her stats or team, but for one reckless hit on Caitlin Clark. An incident she never publicly apologized for has come to define her entire career. And when it happened, fans on social media didn't hold back.
Diamond DeShields lays out Caitlin Clark because all the Sky's untalented women is what they have left is racist rage.
While Diamond posted a tearful video, worried about how she'd get back to Atlanta with her belongings, online users showed little sympathy. One wrote, "She gonna cry in the car," while another said, "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." For many, this wasn't just about one dirty play. It was the breaking point of a toxic culture finally snapping. Diamond may not have an official lifetime ban, but in practice, she's crossed the line the WNBA has drawn. Her story isn't an isolated fall. It exposes deeper league issues, jealousy, resentment, and power struggles that exploded when Caitlin Clark arrived.
When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never! That's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now. Are you kidding me?
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she transformed it. She brought record ratings, packed arenas, and nationwide attention the league had never seen. But with that spotlight came darker tensions. Not simple competition, but personal, toxic conflict. From the start, some players didn't see her as a competitor, but as a threat. A white woman from Iowa who quickly became the league's face. What began as passive digs turned into rough fouls, online shade, and quiet locker room hostility. DeShields was the one who turned that hostility into action, becoming the symbol of when the league decided to draw the line. Yet, the real surprise? The WNBA never publicly defended Caitlin. As fans demanded accountability and media coverage grew, league officials remained silent. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert faced growing criticism. Some say NBA Commissioner Adam Silver had to intervene behind the scenes to manage the situation.
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th WNBA's 2025 season tip-off. She looked heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut her.
Then there's the racial angle. Uncomfortable, but impossible to ignore. Most of Caitlin's fiercest confrontations have come from black players, something commentators of all backgrounds have noticed. In a league mostly made up of black athletes, Caitlin, a white star, has faced repeated targeting, heckling, and exclusion, even while boosting the league's profile and reach.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single season rookie record for assists, single season rookie record for 3-pointers, single game record for assists 19, franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
The contrast is clear. Some argue it's not race, but jealousy. And there's truth there, too. Caitlin didn't demand the spotlight. She earned it. But her rapid rise, endorsement deals, and MVP talk left others feeling overlooked. For players like Diamond, Caitlin's fame wasn't seen as an opportunity shared, but as an invasion into a space they'd struggled to build. Others say it's a deeper culture clash. Veterans who played in relative obscurity now sharing the court with a player who changed the league overnight. The shift in power caused resentment and, in some cases, violence. But what those players didn't expect was the fans' reaction. Viewers, the cultural wave behind Caitlin, rallied behind her. Every hit, every tweet, every attack only increased support for her. So when Diamond's career collapsed, it wasn't just karma. It was a wake-up call. The league must now choose, protect its future or remain stuck in old, bitter politics. Diamond may be out of a job, but this story isn't finished. She's not just off the roster. She's out of the league, out of chances, and out of time. What started as an unnecessary cheap shot ended in total collapse. She may claim it's unfair, but the truth is simple. Consequences caught up. The hate, jealousy, and recklessness all came back. And this isn't just about one player anymore. It's a message. If you target Caitlin Clark, if you try to tear her down instead of rising with her, your days are numbered. The WNBA is changing, whether through Adam Silver's quiet role or the fans' loud demands. One thing's clear. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's now and its future.
There's the two sides who think she is only popular and does have the notoriety and recognition that she does because she is white. There is the other side that says you guys are crazy, you're all jealous of her, and she is just talented.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her. And you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that. It's helping all of them, the Tarasis.
Because everyone who tries to guard Cece winds up.
She's raising the bar, and anyone who can't meet that standard is being left behind. So the only question left is, who's next? Will the league step up to protect its stars, or will more careers fall victim to ego and pride? If you believe Caitlin Clark is the GOAT, type Caitlin GOAT 100% in the comments below. Let's make this message impossible to ignore. And if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Because trust me, this story is far from over.